Zachariah Branch is the most electric player in all of college football, and he's just a true freshman. Watch out. Here's my power player of the week. All right, man. Well, this I can't say that I'm surprised by your immediate success at USC, but you're a young buck, a true freshman. Are you at all surprised by the impact that you've had so far this early in the season?
That's a great question. I would say I'm not necessarily surprised on what I've been doing just because I've worked so hard to get to this point. I mean, I feel like I work extremely hard, especially, I'm pretty much a smaller receiver. So, compared to a lot of bigger guys, I feel like I have a lot of areas where I can improve to help myself stand out. So I feel like all the work that I've put in, day out for years to come, I was just waiting for the opportunity.
So, Mr. Versatile, all everything. You remind me, and I'm going to ask you in a second, you remind me of someone that I played with back in the day, but you scored in multiple ways, right? Receiving touchdowns, kickoff return touchdowns, punt return. And one specifically against Stanford stands out to me. I've always been fascinated because I played with number 5. I played with Reggie, and every time he was back there, it was like the whole crowd would just stop because something special was going to happen. When you're back there, just take me through a punt return and maybe mentally the checklist, or what are you looking for when you're back there about to field this punt?
I'll give all the credit to Coach Heward. He did a great job educating me on the facts about punt return and kickoff return. It's way more aspects that you have to kind of look at than just look at the ball in the air and just go around. So I'm initially looking at like how the ball comes off the punter's foot. I try to see it off his foot, see which way it's angling so I can get a jump on the ball pretty fast. And then once I catch the ball, I you kind of notice I kind of pause for a little second just to basically scan the field, see where my blockers are at, trying to see where the leverage of those blocks are at. And then once you see that crease, you got to hit it. It's that hell going to close up fast. So definitely do got to see the leverage of the blocks and everything. And the rest is just instinct.
Yeah, I think instinct is a lot of it too. And I've made on our show, and I've said like you're getting comparisons to a lot of guys. Jalen Waddle, Tavon Austin, I think Tyreek Hill, obviously. I see Reggie so much, and I know you obviously were a fan of Reggie and probably watched his highlights. For me, it's the instinct, but it's also the start and stop and the burst. And then you had those one cut and go up forward. Who are some of the players that you've looked up to or you've modeled your game after?
No, yeah, I definitely would say Reggie. Not only just because he's USC. I grew up a USC fan, but he does have a lot of play style like me, I would say as well. Just growing up as a kid, I was kind of doing like the same stuff that you see me doing now at a younger age. So when I see him doing it at a high level, I definitely wanted to take some notes in from him. And then not necessarily players of my comparison, but I watch a lot of Larry Fitzgerald just because he's so technically sound and he's been so consistent in the NFL for over 15 years. So I watch a lot of him. I would say DeAndre Hopkins was one of my favorite receivers for a while. Devontae Adams, and then now that there's a lot of new guys coming in, definitely do watch Tyreek Hill, try to see how he works because he's putting up crazy numbers. And then, a lot of different guys, but those guys definitely stood out to me throughout my career growing up.
Well, I played with Larry in Arizona for 4 years, and I'll say he's on the Mount Rushmore, I think, of receivers. He's one of the best to ever do it. Okay. Your speed is you have a lot of great attributes, and obviously you are fast, and you can't teach speed. If you could race somebody, and maybe you've been asked this, and I'm sure maybe it's Tyreek or someone. If you could race somebody and kind of see like, all right, I know I'm faster than that guy. Who would that be in the sports world?
In the sports world, it would definitely have to be. I want to race Tyreek just to see where I match up.
I want to see it too.
Just because watching how he moves and how he plays, and then people kind of say that I move and play kind of like him with that same speed, same twitch. I just want to see like where I line up with him, because if he's doing that in the NFL, then I want to see where my speed is. Give me a little picture of what I think I can do too.
I was honestly, I think that's the matchup. I would love to see that, man.
For sure.
Your quarterback, Caleb Williams, obviously, he's a star, Heisman Trophy winner. I've been around him enough and seen him. I mean, you're with him every day. What has it been like playing with him, and how has he? You're so young in your career. How has he helped you so far this season?
No, yeah, Caleb, that's my guy right there. He's always, always looking out ever since I got here. He was texting me, making sure we was watching film a couple times together, just trying to get on the same page. But not only just him playing on the field, it's like it's him as a person that makes him different. Just the way he carries himself. 'Cause I always kind of talk to him about some of my goals and what I want to accomplish that he's already done. So just trying to learn from him of how he approaches certain situations. Like every aspect of him is Heisman. I mean, the way he carries himself off the field and on the field, he's just going to be the best at whatever he does for sure.
Yeah, he's special. And you just mentioned goals. And the last question I have for you is, when it's all said and done and your time is up at USC in a couple years, what are those goals that you want to accomplish?
Yeah, I definitely just want to make an impact at the university. We started a foundation that focuses on homelessness in Las Vegas. We're trying to expand that to California later on, so in different states as well. So definitely just trying to give back, make sure that people remember me not only as a good football player, but a good person as well. On the football side of things, definitely want to win a Heisman by the time I leave. Got a chance to play with the Heisman winner this year in the spring, learning from him, watching his demeanor and how he approaches the game, approaches life. So I'm trying to learn a lot of stuff from him and Coach Riley. But definitely do want to win a Biletnikoff as well. I feel like in high school, my freshman year, I was kind of overlooked a little bit just because I was like 5'6", 140. I mean, I was pretty small. But I felt like my talent-wise, and my work ethic was always up there. But I had to kind of earn my way up the pedestal in high school, and I ended up being the number one receiver in high school. So I kind of want to do that in college as well, and just try to stay ahead of the game.
That's awesome, man. And I've had a chance, to hang out with you a little bit and talk to you the last couple of years, and I met your family. What you're doing on the field is impressive, and there's no doubt that you're going to accomplish your goals. But to hear that you have your foundation and your brother and you guys are doing a lot of stuff off the field, I think is more important. So really, just a credit to you and the family that you have. Keep doing that, man, because that's important. And as you know, and as you continue this success and this long journey you're about to be on, you have a platform to give back. So that's freaking awesome, dude. Hey, listen, keep balling, fight on, keep. I love watching you play every single week, man. And we'll catch up later in the year.
Yes, sir. Thank you for the opportunity. Appreciate you.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoy that clip, make sure you click subscribe somewhere down here. From game highlights to exclusive interviews and rankings, we've got everything you need as a college football fan right here, College Football on Fox.